this is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood. You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Whoa!
How did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
But I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay.
And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot.
I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 233 of the On the Runs podcast. I hope everyone had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. You got some grilling in, maybe some drinking, maybe even a little bit of running. I hope everyone stayed dry as it got a little wet. Did it? I don't know. We'll find out when we come back because we're pre-recording this. But before we talk about anything else, I must say hello to my amazing kick-ass rockstar co-host, 6-star Erica. What's up?
What's going on? I had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I will fill you guys in on it later, but I hope everybody had a great weekend as well.
We're predicting right now because I'm like, I don't want to work over Memorial Day weekend. I got a 4-day weekend. So we'll do a quick little intro before our amazing guests that we're about to record with in 2 seconds. Anyways, I think the weather turned out okay. It was that perfect running weather, maybe a little drizzle at some points. Perfect if you were running, but if people weren't running, I'm sure they're getting a little lit this weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend. And well, one, thank you everyone for your service. And I know we never seem to celebrate that enough because we're just like, hey, no work, let's party. And we should remember to thank everybody.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason for the Memorial Day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
But we got an amazing guest today. And we're going to be back in a couple of days to talk about the weekend and catch up. So the real Tros are going to be in a couple of days. Our amazing guest today is brought to you by our amazing sponsor, My Race Tats. Don from My Race Tats. He has a lot of things going on right now. Did you see he's doing a vote? Rachel, who just won Cocodona. What? Why not me?
Mm-hmm. Why not you? It's why not you?
Why not
she
you?
was thinking,
Yeah.
why not you? Why not?
Yeah. It was amazing. Everyone was voting. I liked 2 and 4, but you liked 1 and 3. I know this is a week ago now, and you guys are like, guys, you're so behind on the times. But check out Don from My Race Tats. Link in the show notes. He's amazing. They just signed on. You're going to learn about our summer series later. We're changing up a little bit. It's not just always going to be the same old this and that. We're going to keep things always interesting. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you so much to Don from My Race Tats. Check them out because you got your Chicago and your New York one's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we have some influence because why not you? I told him, hey, Chad, the ultra runner who just ran a 50K, not a big deal. It's like, hey, it's missing the question mark. And Don's like, you're right, it is. So our PodFam has the power. Thank you, Don. Erica, real quick, do you want to introduce our guest today?
We got to talk to this person. Her name is Jen Hubbell, and we got to talk to her for the first time at the St. Patty's Day 5K and 10K live show that we did. So that was our first time meeting, and now we got Jen back for her own episode. So we're going to learn more about her, more about Girls on the Run, and we really hope you guys are going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, guys, enjoy Jen from Girls on the Run on the On the Runs podcast, and we'll see you quickly on the other side. Our next guest on the pod is someone we all met at the St. Patty's Day 5K, and for the last 20 years, she's been the woman behind all the girls running in New Hampshire, all because she checked her spam folder, but that's not all. She was a college track and field star at the University of Vermont. She runs like an emu for her Reach the Beach Ultra team, and by the way, today is her birthday. We are wicked excited to welcome Jen Hubbell to the On the Runs podcast. Jen, what's up?
This is going to be a good time. This is so fun. Happy birthday to me.
Yay! Happy birthday, Jen! Thank you for joining us today. And I'm so glad that we get to see you again since the last time we got to was back in March. So what have you been up to all this time?
Oh my gosh. Well, definitely getting warmer. That was another cold day, another cold race for Millennium Running. But yeah, our season is winding down. Spring 2026 is coming to an end this coming Saturday at our 5K. I can't believe it.
Exciting.
Big 5K. Big 5K. It's
Big
the
5K.
biggest for all the girls on the run across the country, right?
No. So there are 160 councils across the United States. I'm in charge of the New Hampshire one. So our 5K is this coming Saturday. Others were last weekend, next weekend, whenever they can fit them in. But yes, we will have 2 on Saturday. Double the fun.
2?
Nice.
How does that work logistically? That's the question, right?
Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, it's one launches at 8 a.m. and then another one at 11 a.m. So we split it up because we don't want these massive events for some of these girls' very first 5K experience. So we've hired the big guys to come in and big girls to help us put that on with your friend and mine, John Mortimer, and his team. Yeah, awesome.
We'll get to that soon.
Okay.
And for the record, everyone listening, I did not make Jen record this on her birthday, but we figured out it's dropping on her birthday. So when you're listening right now on Tuesday, the 26th, it's a big one for her. I'm wicked excited, and I want to get to know you a little more before we talk girls on the run. You're a New England girl. You're a track and field star. You do ultras for Reach the Beach, just like Erica.
Yeah.
So you're on the 6-person ultra team. So tell us a little bit about Jen.
A little bit about Jen. Okay, so some of those things are very past tense. Like the idea of doing Reach the Beach again. I saw a friend just this past Saturday who was on my ultra team, and we were talking about that experience. And we've aged a few in the past. I think we did it as an ultra like 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago. We were one of 2 all-women ultra teams the very first time we did it.
Wow.
And we did it 3 times. Yeah. We came in second. So,
Count it.
That was
my
pretty awesome.
second ever triathlon. I came in second, and I didn't care that I was in 2 of 2. I still got a gift card for like
Still
Millennium
counts.
Running or something.
Yeah, but that's a blast. Talk about team. I loved it, doing it as an ultra. What a challenge. There is one funny story, and I know I mentioned it to you, Eric, and I don't know if you want me to tell you about this now.
Oh, let's go. Spare no details.
Jump right in,
Erica
Jen.
knows nothing, by the way. So this is all news
these
to
This
her.
is what I love about this. I'm like, I'm waiting on bated breath.
You didn't get to hear all this good stuff. So, yeah. So the first year we did the ultra, we're pretty smart. We've not rented a van. We're saving cash. And we have one of the teammates' expedition that we've like tricked out as our van for that 24 hours plus, sleeping in the back and stuff. So, of course, it's in the middle of the night when it's pitch black, and we pull the expedition over onto the side of the road, one of those twisty, turny, quiet roads, probably between Guilford and wherever on the lake. And we went into a culvert.
No.
Yeah, the whole expedition on the side of the road. So we're like, oh dear, we can't get out.
That was you.
That was us.
I remember that.
Like he remembers
Oh my
that.
God,
Come
we
on.
were so mad at you. I'm kidding.
You should be mad because not only did we the reason we blocked traffic from continuing on to the next spot to fix up their runners, we had to have a tow truck come and like back it out. And this kid couldn't have been more than 13 who was driving the tow truck. I'm not kidding you.
That's
But
New
he was-
Hampshire.
But he was an engineer and a scientist, and somehow he figured out how to get that big car out. But nice me, a couple other of my teammates had to walk down to all the vans who are PO'd that they can't continue on to drop off a runner and pick up a runner. Our runner ended up going like two times in a row, like 15 miles.
Oh, just had to keep going. Oh my gosh.
Now,
that is not what you want, especially in the middle of the night on both accounts with the van and the
No.
runner. Oh my gosh. What a stressful situation for you guys.
It was hilarious.
Now,
In
being in-
hindsight, not so much then.
Now, being an ultra team,
Hmm.
was did you have your own designated driver, or was like one of the teammates a runner your driver?
Oh, the 6 of us had a schedule where you drove, and then maybe you were in the hot seat next. There were 2 people that would sleep in the back. The other one's running, and then the other one is like keeping the driver awake or something like that. So, it was
Sounds
very
safe.
structured, but
Yeah.
fun.
So wait, did the driver fall asleep? Did someone not do their job? How did this truck?
No. That was like one of the teammates. They were the ones that said, like, wake up, take this turn. If you start to doze off, you get lonely.
It wasn't you though. You weren't the driver.
Oh no! When the expedition went off, I won't name names, but it wasn't. She thought she was going to get in trouble from her spouse.
Oh no!
So we were like, kept it on the down low that this actually happened. There were no dents, no damage underneath.
That's great news. That's
Yeah.
great news, except for the whole debacle to begin with. Oh, that's not what you want in the middle of a race.
This was 12 years ago too. So like statutes of limitations, if this guy hears and he's like, I remember that damage underneath the expedition.
They probably don't
honey,
even have the expedition anymore.
But oh my
Let's be
God, if
real.
this leads to a divorce 12 years later.
Ooh, isn't that ironic?
I think we passed the time frame. 12 years is long enough. You're right, Erica. It was a Ford. So no way that Ford would have lasted that long.
No way.
Yeah,
No way.
That's funny.
Not a Toyota.
Isn't that what it stands for? Found on road dead, I think.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I've heard that. I don't
serious?
have a Ford, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Found
people-
on road dead or fix or repair daily.
Okay, that you should learn something new every day, and that's my new something today.
It's
You-
cheeky.
You learn, don't buy a Ford, don't buy a Chevy, don't buy a Jeep. Only buy a Jeep if it's going to be your third vehicle, like a beach vehicle, and you garage it and leave the doors off and the roof all year long. Can't go wrong with
no
a Toyota
judgment
or a
from me,
Honda.
you guys. Drive what you want.
Just pay for it in your wallet. But we're not here to talk about cars. This isn't a cars podcast. We're here to talk about Jen and Girls on the Run. You were also a track star.
Yeah. So way back when, what? Let's see if I can actually do the math. Like 44 years ago. No, wait a second. 46 years ago. Whoa. When I was a sophomore in high school? Am I giving away how old I am? Do the math, people.
It's a big one.
29. She's 29.
Yeah. So, sophomore in high school, wasn't an athlete, was in gym class. If that's what we called it back then, I think. And one of the gym teachers said to me, Jenny Taylor, my maiden name, and I was Jenny back in high school, you've got very long legs. You should join the track team. I was like, really, Mr. Null? Me? He's like, yeah, you should. So I did. And I told my family that night at dinner, my brother and sister were the athletes. They were swimmers, not me. I was the student. Milk literally came out my brother's nose when I shared this. Now,
no
mind
way.
you.
Oh, that's the belief they had in you that you could be an athlete, be a runner. Oh,
Yeah. But who went on to be on the winter and spring track teams running the 400? Well, back then it was the 440. I don't know where those extra 40s went. 40.
Good question.
440 yard dash. Now we're meters. The mile relay, and I was a high jumper.
wow.
I know,
So what
I know. Me, up and over.
when you
Backwards.
got into this like big time, what did your family start to think of you? Were they like, oh, I shouldn't have thought of her, like shouldn't have laughed. I should have kept the milk in my nose.
That's it. The middle child shines, oh my God, what a supportive family I have. I still think about those track meets and being in the very first event, high jump, and then the very last event, the mile relay, and my parents thick and thin under the umbrella in the winter coats, just being there. So
I love
it was fantastic. And because of that very positive experience, I ended up going to the University of Vermont on a partial scholarship, which I was very proud of. and ran and jumped for 2 years. But
That's incredible.
yeah, it was great, but it was very different. A Division I experience is very different than a supportive high school team.
I do not know from experience, but I can take your word for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big time. They're all about sports.
Well, it is, and it's not just you're there for an education. You're there to perform on a sports team, and they want results. Like the coaches want results, and they have expectations, like being in the weight room before class 8 a.m. and then doing, double workouts several times a week. It was hard. And being away from home as, I grew up in Massachusetts, and then to go to Vermont, not that far away, but still it's away from home,
Enough.
that whole experience. So,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of adjustments. But after 2 years being on the track team, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was way too much. And, part of it was the fact that in hindsight and foreshadowing, this was like a really perfect precursor to being involved with Girls on the Run now.
Okay.
Yeah. So during one of those double workout sessions in the weight room, one of my coaches said, Jen, I changed to Jen by then. I wasn't Jenny. Got rid of the NY. It's like, hey, here. And she picks up one of those big round weight discs, because plates. That's what they're called, plates. Hands it to me, just give it back. So we're doing this a few times. I'm like, 10 pounds, what are we doing? And when that weight was back in my hands, the coach said to me, if you lost 10 pounds, I think you'd be able to get up and over that high jump bar again the way you used to and attained those 5 feet 4 inch heights.
Uh-oh.
And tall, 5'10", drink of water, Jen Taylor. Wow, was stepped on for the first time, someone telling me you're not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
That was awful.
What was going through your mind when they told you that?
Being judged was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am a perfectionist, and I then at that point just felt like I need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
It was not like any kind of full-blown eating disorder that developed, but there was definitely there was difficulties.
It lets doubt creep in. You think you're doing like the best you can, and then your coach comes along just with this little oh, by the way, you could do this, and you're like, oh no. But that just has mental, it just gets into you mentally and can throw off your game.
Well, exactly. So I'm trying to think, if I started college 18, this was probably maybe the winter season of my sophomore year. So I was 19 going on 20.
Yeah.
And yeah, a woman's body changes at that point in your life. And okay, back in 1985, the drinking age in Vermont was 18. So there was that, drinking beer. And okay, maybe there was a little extra weight, but I'm not going to apologize.
Good. I mean, going to college anyways, you're in charge of yourself, and you get to eat whatever you want, and you can work out whenever you want. But if it was anything like me, I didn't want to. So you get the quote unquote freshman 15. And
yeah.
But that's just the fact that your coach mentioned something. Maybe that was not the best way to go about things. And yeah.
No, in front of your peers too. And all of these other athletes were on full boat scholarships. So, yeah.
It was a female coach too, because when you told me the story, you never mentioned female versus male. I just assumed.
Right? No, it wasn't. It was a woman.
You said this kind of led, though, to maybe a precursor to Girls on the Run. And I know eventually you graduate college, you have some kids. You didn't get involved until you get your kids involved in running, right?
Exactly. So way back in 2003, when my daughter was in 3rd grade, a friend reached out and said, you have to sign her up for Girls on the Run. I'm like, well, what the heck is that?
Mm-hmm.
So I called the executive director because I don't know why. Of course there was email back then. That's silly.
It was brand new.
In the
It was Tom
1800s.
Hanks, Meg Ryan, You Got Mail. It was exciting. Dial-up internet. Finally, it connects, and if you don't hear You Got Mail, it's like, oh.
Dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. So, yes. So I called to learn more about the program, and I was told that they needed another coach at Stratham Memorial School. I was like, heck, I'm your girl. I run. I like it. It's part of my life now. It's always been, and I would love to do it. So, yeah. So I coached one season in 2003.
And that's how it all started?
That's how it started. Yeah, that's how I got involved. And as you mentioned in my intro, Eric, a few years went by, and I was also a volunteer track coach at the Cooperative Middle School in Exeter. And after that spring season finished in 2007, I was like, oh, geez, I really wish I did something like this that mattered full time. Right. Boom. Look in my spam folder. There is the job posting for Girls on the Run.
How did it make it there? Like, did you put out some feelers earlier saying like, oh, this might be something that I would like to do? And then it just went spam?
No, I think just because Lindsay had participated in 2003 and I was in their database, they must have sent a mass e-blast to every single family that even though it's the girl that participates, they don't have emails in third grade. Maybe they do now, but not then.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. So, yeah. So that's how I found the job posting.
Wow. I just want to backtrack for a quick second here.
Okay.
Massachusetts to Vermont. How do you land in Stratham, New Hampshire?
Yeah. So we had our son in 1990. I'm going to screw this up. 1993. And then it was my husband who accepted a position up here in good old Rochester, New Hampshire. A company that's no longer, but that's why we moved up from Shrewsbury. Actually, North Grafton is where we had our condo. So moved up from Shrewsbury to Stratham to raise our family.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a great area.
2000
You moved up too, not just up north, but you moved up.
Up. We moved up. Exactly. Never leaving New Hampshire. And you can say never sometimes. So so that was 1994. We moved up.
So you get the email in your spam folder. You did a little bit of Girls on the Run coaching. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of Girls on the Run, though? I think a girl named Molly started it. Maybe it started in a different, I think it was Charlotte, North Carolina, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Give us a little Girls on the Run history. Like, what did you have to learn, too, in your first few years as a coach and as the executive director?
Yeah. So just to give a little Molly Barker a little props here. She is the founder and vision keeper of Girls on the Run, which she got the light bulb of the idea back in 1993.
Oh, wow. So it's already been around for 10 years by the time your daughter started.
Yeah, exactly. And it came to New Hampshire. The first executive directors, there were two that kind of co-shared the position, was 2001. So Girls on the Run International, because there are locations up in Canada. So if Molly got the idea in 1993, the first team was 13 girls in 1996 in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It started small, but it took off.
Started small, yeah. And the whole premise behind it is Molly, I reached out to her. I still have her on my cell phone. And I said, tell me your why. And I said, I know your why, but I want to read it myself.
You did this in prep for this show?
I really did.
All right.
I really did. And if she's listening, she's going to be like, oh no, Jen, because we actually didn't connect. She had a wicked. I sound like I'm from Massachusetts.
New
England thing.
A very busy weekend supporting some other councils with some other events. But she struggled growing up, trying to be and act and do what a girl is supposed to do. Act a certain way, talk a certain way, run a certain way, appearance-wise, be a certain way. And she realized, I think she was 35 on that run that she went out on in 1993, thunderstorm a-brewing in Charlotte, which I think happens almost every day there. She's like, this isn't right. Like, if I'm struggling as a 35-year-old to be fitting into this girl box, I need to get ahead of it. I need to help young girls 3rd, 4th, 5th grade before they enter middle school, while they're still impressionable, to realize that the reflection in the mirror is the one that matters. The person inside that skin is the most important person. So her idea blossomed and literally spread. If there were 13 girls in 1996, it hit 500,000 girls in 2012.
Wow. Oh my God.
I know. And I didn't realize this, but I found it. 2015, Girls on the Run was in all 50 states.
I love to see it. This is
great?
making me so happy. These are the values that we want to instill in the young girls, and I'm so happy that she came up with this idea. I hope it would have gotten there either way, but because of her, it did. And this is what we want. Just love your bodies, be proud of what your bodies can do. Try not to let the body image thing, like outside influences, get to you. Just be yourself and love what you can do.
That's exactly it. And it's all about health too, right? I know that one of the things we're not trying to get away from at all, because running is in our name, but it's like, sometimes I wish, it's on my shirt, girls on if run were smaller, in the tagline, because it is running, but it's also forward motion.
Yeah. How do you think Molly grew it beyond 13 girls in year 1? Like, you said it spread, but how did she have like a game plan of attack here? Did somebody else jump on board and say, hey, you really got something here, let's grow this? How do you think she expanded it for year 2, 3, 4 until around the time you joined, and then over 500,000 girls?
It even took 3 years to get the first chapter with the 13 girls, right? So you said
Right.
1993. So 1996 was the first chapter. So even that was like a good amount of time in between. So yeah, what does it take to build something like this?
Sure. So you know what she did is she went to work. In 3 years, she developed the very first Girls on the Run curriculum. And that is also an important premise of what we do. It's not just running. It is a curriculum-led program where girls are encouraged to learn about themselves. Different chapters, lessons talk about, uncomfortable feelings, bullying, the power of me and how important I am. Like all of that. So, of course, since 1996, that very first curriculum, 30 years later, it's been rewritten, and the world has changed, of course, in 30 years. They're celebrating their 30th this year. So, like, they had to update things with cell phones and communication and things like that. So, yes, there was a ton of work, that 3 years to develop that first curriculum. And then how did it grow? If I were sitting in my office, Water Street in Exeter, I'm actually home right now, you would see behind me a picture of Molly Barker from Runner's World magazine. It's a black and white picture. And there was an article about her. And people read it. And that's how Lindy Sargent, the first executive director, and Lauren Winterholer, those were the two women that started the New Hampshire Council. They read about it and reached out to Molly. And, I was looking at a map on the girlsontheRun.org website earlier, and just showing a timeline of things and how it's progressed. And it is remarkable to see some of the highlights that our organization as an entirety this year will have served 2.7 million girls.
Wow.
In 30
that
years.
Number is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. And there's so much more work to do. I wish every single girl in the United States could participate at least once in her young life. And then who knows, maybe as a volunteer coach the next part of her life.
Yeah. You know, it's cool when you get to see, because of social media today, just how large these events are. Like the one coming up in a couple days for you on the 30th. It's so large and so many girls and so many amazing coaches. Like we know a few of them, Lindsay and Jesse, and I know there's many others we know in New Hampshire too. That's so cool to see. But talk about New Hampshire now. New Hampshire started a little before you. Two other ladies took over the executive director role. They co-shared it. Did they start it? Like, how did what Molly started in Charlotte grow to New Hampshire? Do you know their story about how Girls on the Run New Hampshire started before you?
Yeah, so it was Lindy. She was the one who reached out to Molly and had read the article and wanted to learn more. And I think she actually traveled down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and like sat in Molly's living room.
Oh, wow.
And Molly was a young mom with a son and a daughter and talking about, how we're going to make this happen. And they had to do their council director training to be able to know like the nuts and bolts of it. The idea of the curriculum, how to share it, how to present it. And so that was the start in 2001 with those two women. And the record keeping, it's kind of difficult to track. It's like on pieces of paper and in pencil and numbers circled and like the old archives of the Girls on the Run New Hampshire stuff. But starting in the fall of 2007, I started keeping track of the number of girls served. So my very first season, there were 55 girls. And actually, now that we add in just under 1,500 girls for this spring season, there's closer to just over 27,000 in New Hampshire.
We love to see it. There we go, Jen.
There we go. There we go. Hey, listen to that. Like internationals 2.7 and we're 27. Like there's a match there.
There we go.
Here we go.
You know, it's getting pretty big, and that will lead us to something later about how you're involving John and Millennium, because you're getting a little too big.
Have to have 2 sessions for your big 5K.
Exactly. Get a little too big for one person here. So what have you done then? You started in 2007. Well, really, you were a coach in 2003.
Yeah.
So you got to see it a little bit. And I'm guessing the 2 co-coordinators were looking to pass the baton on to somebody else, and you saw that email. Like, you had a year of coaching. What was it that made you want to stay involved and be the executive director? Because is your daughter still involved at this point?
She is my top 5K volunteer. I will tell you that. She coached for several seasons, and I'll tell you, it is a family affair with all of my staff members, where we bring in friends and family to help. So yes, she is still involved. And in fact, she just produced one of our newest Girls on the Run. So we'll be able to see her, Nora, someday, 8 years from now, running in a 5K, and I'll be there.
I got confused for a second. I go, what do you mean produced a new Girls on the Run?
Exactly what you think it means, Eric.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now I've got like 2 future Girls on the Runs. My son has one and my daughter has one. And my son and son-in-law are already thinking no, one needs to start training. He joked, but they're going to be fine. They'll be fine.
So Girls on the Run in New Hampshire, it's 2 seasons, right? You got a fall and a spring.
Yeah.
You're in your spring season. This is, from what you told me, the biggest of the 2. So fall, I'm guessing, is like the girls go to school. Maybe there's a flyer in the mail or that comes home. I'm assuming. Tell me how they get involved in the fall that leads to the big day in the spring.
So actually, there are 2 separate seasons. Fall season, spring season. And at the end of the fall season, mark your calendars, it's already scheduled, November 14th of this year, that will be this year's fall 5K event. So at the end of an 8-week season, we have a 5K. So how do girls get involved? They sometimes get a flyer home. Sometimes it comes home via email.
Check your spam folder.
Sometimes they read about it on a community website where we can post the opportunity. So it's kind of a charcuterie board of how the information reaches a girl.
Use all the avenues. There's no wrong way to get the information out there.
Nope. But it is hard because like in the fall season, people don't think about fall until literally the week
right
before
before.
school starts. And we need to start our programming. So I do think that's one reason our fall season is smaller than our spring season by more than half.
Oh,
Like
wow.
if we're 500-600 girls in the fall, we're double, triple that in the spring.
Gotcha. When do you start enrolling for the fall season? Like, can you hand out flyers at the end of the school year or something, or try to get the word out?
Yep, that would be really, really smart. And we're trying lots of things with our program staff is phenomenal, and program manager in her shoes now for over a year and a half, closing in on 2. So that idea is great, but also people don't want to talk to us. It's May and early June. It's really hard to commit because we need to wrap up this school year first.
Understandable.
Yeah. But I like that idea, and it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
There's
also something you could tell them about to get them really excited. And this past Boston Marathon weekend, Erica got to finally experience being a stage host, talking to a crowd. And you have a big event every fall. So your big event in the spring is the 5K. We're going to get to that. That's coming up very soon. But in the fall, actually, the big event, even though you probably do a 5K, you have a gala. Tell us about the gala.
Yes.
And Erica can be your host.
Erica, we need to talk after this.
We can make that happen.
We can make that happen. So listen, because we are celebrating 25 years as a council this year, all year long, 2026, we decided we needed to hold our first ever gala. And it is called a sneaker soiree, which is such an adorable idea, templated by Girls on the Run headquarters. So many of the councils use this same name. Think cocktail party attire, like ankle up, and then your cleanest, best sneakers, or a brand new pair. Which, why not? You always need a new pair of running shoes.
Oh yeah. There's always a good excuse, and this is the best one.
Tretorns. Yeah. So yes, that is October 1st in Manchester. And we are super excited about it, not only to celebrate what we've done in 25 years, but yeah, to raise some money because it's a growing organization and we do a lot for the girls in New Hampshire. We offer unlimited financial aid. We don't ever want to turn a participant away. We've put sneakers on girls' feet so that they have appropriate footwear to train for this 3.1 mile course. So I think about highlights over the 25 years, and we reached, if there were 55 girls in 2007, 2011, we reached 500. 2013, we doubled that to 1,000. And then it took us 4 years to reach just over 2,000 girls. So now I'm thinking, when is that 3,000 girl year going to happen?
Gonna happen.
Hopefully soon.
It's going to happen.
So this gala, it's your first ever. Are you hoping to make it annual? Who's welcome? Like any girl who's ever participated? Is it just that year's girls, coaches? Is this like an adult-only party? Is there going to be like a DJ, big food? Is John going to like cook everything for all the girls, have a big pasta dinner? Like, give us the details on this gala.
This gala is adults only. Adults only. It's at this pretty swanky venue. The venue's at the Factory in Manchester.
Okay.
It will be a cocktail hour, silent auction, live fundraising from the stage. I, of course, will have some poignant words to share, and we're still trying to figure out like the lineup. Like I would love to get a Girls on the Run. Yeah, she does attend some, which would be great, right? But I also love the idea of bringing on stage maybe 3 different age groups, like a current 5th grader, a high school student who's about ready to go to college,
Mhm.
and then maybe someone in their 20s or 30s,
Des
someone who
Linden.
participated in Girls on the Run back in 2001. And to have like a quick little panel of commentary of the
Mhm.
why and what and how and look at me
Oh.
now.
And
That is a great
then-
idea.
I want tears.
Hold
I
on.
want tears. And I want,
Let's brainstorm here.
okay.
We got to record it and
Mm.
then publish it out for everyone else to hear, because what's the point in just like 50 to 100 people hearing it in this venue? Let's put it out there.
You want
Oh
to
my
come?
God.
You want to come?
I'll record it for you.
Okay, good.
I'll bring everything you need.
Guest list, like 150 to 200 people is our goal. And yeah, I'm very excited. And yes, it could become annual.
That's so
This is
exciting.
cool.
I hope this brings in a lot more like fundraising dollars with the
Yeah,
like
thank you.
your silent auction and what do you mean by live fundraiser? Like what kind of stuff are you guys gonna be giving away?
So that's one of the things that, when you do like a paddle raise
Mm-hmm.
where you have a number and you try to raise money that way and start with a big, like 4-digit number and then
Mhm.
come down so that there's an opportunity for all to participate.
Yes.
I know that that's a very successful method of fundraising. I'm not going to be calling that out from the stage. We need to get somebody who is passionate about Girls on the Run, knows what we do, and is could have some fun with that.
I feel like that's a Yuki job right there. Get her to dress up in her beautiful, like, sparkly unicorn stuff. Brand new pair of sneakers. I'm sure she's got a pair.
You know what, though? That is a good point, because we also want to make this fun, because that's what Girls on the Run is. It's not just about running. So at this event, we have the idea of setting up this, like, sneaker bar where we have brand new pairs of sneakers, and to get, like, bling, and to have guests be able to donate $25 to be able to decorate a pair of shoes.
Cool.
And then for the fall season, we could distribute to the girls that we've provided shoes for, like in the past. We support some sites at some of the schools in Manchester and Nashua to give these girls an opportunity to do
Right.
something that they might not be able to do otherwise. So how fun would that be? So that decorating sneakers, yeah, Yuki could be
so
right there.
fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
And that's because you include everyone. No one's left out because they can't afford it. Everyone's included. If they want to sign up, they sign up, they're in.
Yep. Well, yes and no. They're in, but it's also supply and demand.
Oh.
Think about it. It's like coach capacity. It's not like 2 coaches can oversee a team of 50 girls. No way. Like, we have to give each participant the opportunity to use her voice. So team ratios are set with
Okay. What kind of
always-
ratio are we talking?
so 2 coaches to 15 girls max.
Okay.
If
So
you
we
add a
just need
third
to add Erica to be a coach for all these. If ever there's more people, we're just going to add Erica to the list. as a
Sure.
coach.
there it is. But so we Erica, we're going to be using you a lot. You've got things to do here.
I'm gonna have to keep bopping to all these different places to let more girls come and
I
come
mean,
and get
she
some
has
money
a
in.
lot of free time right now.
Well, yeah, at the end of this season, we'll see. We'll see what's going on for
We'll
fall.
see.
I'll see if I can
We'll-
help.
She's looking
We'll
for
see.
a job.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe Girls on the Run is hiring. We'll talk later. But no, okay. So that's actually great to know about the ratio. I, though, had a follow-up question about the gala. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like a reach out to everyone listening right now, because this gala is October 1st. So we got the summer. I know everyone's busy, but what are you looking for? What do you need from people in the New Hampshire area? Like over a third of our listeners are all New Hampshire. What is Girls on the Run New Hampshire looking for this gala? Is there anything you need? If you could reach out to them right now and say, hey, we'd love for you to sign up or to donate, or we're looking for fundraisers. I need a host, an announcer.
Volunteers for stuff. Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
what can New Hampshire people do for Girls on the Run, especially around this gala?
So I don't want to just say, go to our website. It's at Girls on the Run, blah, blah, blah.
It's in the show notes.
It's in the show notes. Okay, cool. So actually right now, actively looking for corporate sponsors
Mm.
and partners for some of those big dollars where they get a table in exchange and they're supporting our organization and having a really great time. I'm also going to be looking for some really interesting, clever silent auction items. Like think about experiences or places. Not like donate plane tickets, because that would be absurd now that they cost like $3,000 to go anywhere. The price of gas.
Right.
But like if you have a condo, or if you have tickets to the Red Sox, or the Bruins next year, something like that. Like
That's what I want.
okay,
I'm
then
putting
gonna
my
shell
name
out
in
big
for
bucks.
the Bruins. Yeah. Nobody else. Just me.
yeah. So thinking about items like that, if even like a dining experience or a chef coming to your home,
Oh,
fun,
that would be so cool.
right? And now maybe that idea of John Mortimer cooking a pasta dinner. That
John will cook. We're putting it in. John
He's
and
gonna
Jennifer are going
donate
to
his
cook you a
time,
homemade
come
meal.
to your house.
That's it.
Sorry,
That's
John.
it. Sorry, you're busy that night. So yes. And we're starting to sell tables and tickets. And I do want to fill the room with the people that adore us. But I also would love to fill the room, maybe 50-50, with people who don't know about Girls on the Run. So maybe this is their first experience as a company getting involved and be like, holy, we said we wouldn't swear. Whoa. Whoa. Look at what this nonprofit does for the girls in New Hampshire. They're our next leaders. So I want in.
It's definitely something to invest in.
Now, do we want all these organizations to show up to be New Hampshire, or could they be New England?
So I know that Vermont has a full state council. So does Maine. Massachusetts has 3 different councils because they're so big. If guests wanted to drive up from Massachusetts, I'd love it. But I would never go knocking on the door of a Massachusetts-based company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Because those are my gal pals, executive directors.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm figuring it all out. This is going to be so much fun. If you do go ahead with this panel, let's talk. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But let's talk more about what's coming up in a couple of days. It's the spring season. It's your biggest season. We think it's your biggest season because the girls are in school all year. They don't really sign up for the fall because of summer. They finally catch up. How many girls right now do you think will be there on Saturday running this big Girls on the Run 5K?
So this spring season, we have 1,482 girls.
Whoa.
It is not our largest season. Actually, pre-pandemic, we had over 1,800 girls. So we're building back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? After that. So let's talk again next year. We'll be up. We'll be up again. So that many girls, 1,482, add in their volunteer coaches, 360. And then each girl gets to have one 5K buddy.
Whoa, so your numbers are going to actually double.
Oh, yeah. So we'll be over 3,000 participants.
Wow.
But that's why we cut it in half.
That's also why you brought on Millennium.
That's why we brought on Millennium. It was time. After my almost 19 years, we've had people on staff that have helped organize the 5K over the years. I've also been in charge of hiring the vendors, the one person to set up the course. I'm in charge of reaching out to the police, organizing the ambulance, so many pieces. So after our spring 5K last year, which we tried to do one big one, and it was a lot. It was a lot. And after that, I was like, oh dear. Right.
Right.
Rotary,
rotary
telephone.
phone.
Well, share the story. Before you actually called John, there was a story about you and John a few years ago, right? Because you were looking to grow Girls on the Run. I don't know if this is pre-pandemic or not, but you were just looking to have a spot at a Millennium Race to like get Girls on the Run on everyone's radar and to continue the growth. Like that happened first, right?
Yes. And I'm wondering, I'm trying to think if it was the Northeast Delta Dental Elliott 5K in August out of Veterans Park. I'm wondering if that was the event 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember reaching out to John and saying, hey, could we come set up our Girls on the Run tent and talk to people? We're trying to get more coaches, more interest. And he said to me, Jen, consider any event you want to come to, leave a tent at our warehouse in Bedford. We will set it up. You'll have a table. You come, and any event. He's like, we'd love to get you involved. True story. And we did. So then when last spring happened and I spoke with the executive director, Girls on the Run Boston, I said, Cindy, how do you do your 5K? They launch out of the Boston Common. They shut down streets.
Oh, yeah. That's big time.
That's big time. She said to me 3 words, race management company. Get yourself one. She said, it is so nice to show up. The venue's set up. Logistics are taken care of. And you are able to enjoy it's a party. It's a celebration. And to be the hostess of this big event where
the race management company does everything for you. Like, so you had mentioned you had to set up like the ambulance and then there's like the whole course set up. So they take care of everything.
Everything.
Oh,
They
that's
set up,
nice.
we have this like the athletes village, the team village with all the teams and the tables and the signs. The course will be set up. They'll pick up 3,000 bottles of water the Friday before from Hannaford, where we get that donated every single 5K. They're loading all the trucks. I got rid of my storage unit and all of our 5K infrastructure stuff because John, we really broke down everything we didn't need, got rid of it. So they set up tents. It's going to be so much fun to show up on May 30th. But don't get me wrong, there's still work that we have. I'm in charge of recruiting every single volunteer. So we have.
That's why you're here right now, Erica, by the way.
This is
Got some work to do.
Liberty Mutual. They do a team building thing where they all help with a water stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So almost 100 volunteers on our end will support the 5K as parking monitors, course monitors, water stop, volunteer check-in.
Where is it this year?
Memorial Field in Concord, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Which I'll tell you is a little slice of heaven because it is a closed course. We shut down South Fruit Street between Clinton and Pleasant, which is right near Concord High School. And then we go up and around the whole state complex.
Wow.
All those government buildings, because nobody's working on a Saturday. Or if they are, it's not a lot. So it's great. It's great. So as the executive director, it's so much stress off of me knowing these girls and coaches and first-time runners. Some of the family members have never run a 5K, and they decide this is the one.
What a good one to choose for your first 5K.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. It's going to be so cool being in Concord centralized. What are some of the furthest towns kids are coming from? Do you have kids all the way up in Berlin and Gorham? I'm sure the Seacoast, but the areas of New Hampshire, what did you call it? A council or something? Because Lindsay, we know Lindsay's involved and she's out near Ware, I think, somewhere out there. And Jessie is out near Dover. I know she's involved. So you got kids coming from all over. Are they being bussed in? Are the moms and dads bringing them? What are going to be some of the fun things they'll see too, by the way? Not just running, but I'm thinking like a fan zone, an athlete's village. That was the word I was looking for. Like, what will they be doing in the athlete's village for fun? Will there be music? Will DJ Darren Roy be there or someone playing
Heck
tunes,
yeah, he'll be
right?
spinning the records.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
DJ Darren, it's gonna be so much fun. He is such an asset. When they arrive, they're going to walk underneath our huge inflatable arch that says the finish line is just the beginning.
Oh.
So as they walk down that Memorial Field parking lot, that's such like a fun entrance, and they'll be able to run under it back and forth as they finish on the track at Memorial Field. But things that are going on, it's a pretty fast-paced morning. So if families are arriving around 7:15 for that 8 o'clock wave, we're excited that Kevin Skarupa will be there for the
yeah.
first
the
wave.
news.
Heck yeah, and
WMUR.
he's done it before for us, and it's really fun. He shares the weather, what people can expect out on the course in the next 10 minutes. So
That's cute.
so he'll be there, and we provide all the teams with face paint, like warrior paint, pink and green, which are the colors for Girls on the Run. All of their 5K bibs, I wish I had one right now to show you, say number 1 with their name underneath,
Oh.
so that every single participant is number 1, and the coaches say coach. So that is great. They start at 8 a.m. with kind of a staggered start, because I don't want to start the whole mass of 1,500 runners in that first wave on the track.
Chaos. Yep.
Chaos. So we parade the athletes to the track.
You know what would be cool? It's probably too late now, but the cheap marathon, they start 2 at a time, and there's the TV, and it has their name, and they have the race announcer. And the race announcer would be like, "Next up, we got 6-star Erica." And if
it
you
is fun
started
to hear your name.
they make you feel like a rock star. I mean, 3,000
Yes.
girls, that's a lot of names. But even
Yes.
think of it like this. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun brainstorming. You and your buddy, you get to bring the buddy. We got Jen and her buddy Erica.
Eric, I love it. The
Mhm.
only problem is our start and finish line are the exact same. It's an out and back.
Well, we'll expand. We'll keep evolving, and we'll work on things.
Okay,
We'll make
okay,
it work.
good.
We'll make it work.
Good.
Not this year, but maybe,
Maybe. You
sometime
never
in the
say
next
never.
25. Never
Okay,
say never.
deal.
It's
Never
right.
say never.
I think this event's going to be so cool. I'm expecting Lindsay to do all the on the runs content. So Lindsay, that's what you have at this event. May 30th, the big 5K. I'm so happy you brought on a race management team, not just because it was the smart move, but it seems like you've built the partnership even bigger. Because this year, I just ran the Happy Hour Hustle 5K, and let the pictures show that I did beat Pterodactyl. I don't care what the timing
Stop trying to
scoring
make
says.
it happen, Eric. It's not going to happen.
I beat her, but I'm standing in line. So I am not in the Millennium Running Club. I am on their Facebook page, but I'm not like a signed up member. So I didn't get one of these singlets. And Erica did sign up this year, and she sends
I can
us.
go grab it. Do you want me to go grab it
Yeah,
real
go
quick?
grab it, and
Hang
I'll
on.
finish the story. She sends a picture of this singlet, and I'm like, oh, pink. That's nice. It's really pretty. Stands out. I'm now standing in line at this race for the Happy Hour Hustle, and I noticed every singlet says Girls on the Run on the back. How did you get that to happen?
Look at that. So sweet.
Girls on the
Ah,
run.
Makes me so happy. I didn't make that happen. That was something that John shared with me. So Jen, guess what? I was like, no way. No way. I don't know the whole process, if it's a committee or something, but every year they support a different nonprofit organization. And it's not like it was a signing bonus, for the fact that we brought on John and his team to oversee our 5K. It was just, it's for this year. And wow, I like to bring them on. It's our 25th anniversary. Like, all of these things are aligning for such a powerful year with so many connections. And we get your dear friend and mine, Tom Raffio. He always, when I get the chance to welcome the runners or one of my staff members at each Millennium Running event where
Every
we're the
one of them.
beneficiary. Yeah. And Tom will be, Jen, make sure it's less than 30 seconds.
He's standing there like tapping his watch. I got that.
Yes. But the other day, was it the happy hour hustle? But all of a sudden, I just became a little bit emotional looking out at the sea of pink and purple.
Yeah.
And at that race, there's only
Telling you,
250.
This is like beautiful.
There was
Beautiful.
easily
Beautiful.
like 80% of the field was wearing the pink singlet. I felt left out. I was like, no.
Get on it, Eric.
Well,
Join the
are there
team.
3 more they do? 1 in June, 1
Well,
July,
there's
1
5.
August?
There's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tara, you don't have to show up for the 5th one because I'm just going to win the next 3. A little inside thing going on.
Yeah, but what you'll see is these same runners are going to be wearing that tank.
It's awesome.
Or short sleeve shirt too. I know. Look, this is great.
It's awesome.
This is great.
I love the story. I love that, we ran into you at that race because I've only heard little things and I always felt like, oh, well, I'm a dad of a girl who's 10 and I'm a dad of 2 younger boys, but Girls on the Run isn't something that I always get to see because I'm not a girl. And Erica doesn't have kids, so I think she just sees it from the outside too of our friends from teams like Reach the Beach teams who do this. And we get to see them post about it. We're like, oh, this is so cool. Tell us about it in the moment as it's happening, as the 5K is happening or as the fall season's happening. We always kind of missed the boat. But then we ran into you at the 10K, the 5K, the St. Patty's 10 and 5K. We're doing our live show. And I was like, we got to figure this out. We got to get you on, not just for the quick 5 minutes, but to hear more. And you had a goal this year because it's the 25th year. And I think that was like days after you made that goal for yourself. Tell me what that goal was.
Gosh, wow. As you're asking the question, I thought, I'm on the hot seat. But I'm not because I can have a terrible memory at times, but I know what I said. I said, I want to be able to share more. I want to be able to be on podcasts and talk to the people and say, this is what Girls on the Run is all about. And it's just like to make it a more recognized name in print, in radio. I just want people to know. I want them to know, like, it's not just like Coke and Pepsi and McDonald's and Burger King. I want to be a name, a household name.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm happy that we can share our platform for good like this. This is what we want to do. We want to be able to help you get the word out because it is such an important organization. So I'm glad we can help get the word out.
Me too. I really am. This is so fun. And I feel like there's more work to do. And like, just now that we're friends.
Yes.
I
really hope we do the Gala thing. I really hope we do the Gala thing. I'm going to mark it in the calendar. Erica, don't schedule anything on October 1st. But Jen.
Yes.
You are not off the hook yet.
Okay, good.
We have our final 2 questions brought to you by My Race Tats. And I just thought of this like earlier. I was like, why? Dawn Oswalt from My Race Tats. We need to make a Girls on the Run race tat. We need to have this, and then all the girls get these are.
They have to be glittery. Make them glittery.
Yeah, well, they make. Erica, tell Jen about My Race Tats.
It's basically a mantra that you can wear on your skin. So if you're out doing your very first 5K, one of the new ones or one of my favorite that he has is forward is a pace. And you can wear it on your hand or on your arm, whatever. And just when you're in a moment of doubt, just look at it and it helps get you through. So these are he's got a whole collection of different mantras that you could wear too. So I love that idea, Eric.
Yeah, even just the Girls on the Run logo, but maybe we're going to have to connect you because when we started talking to him about partnerships, one of the things was he's like, I can make you on the runs, or Stoolie, our little mascot, Stoolie tattoos. These are temporary tattoos that, that they come off in a week or 2. But they don't come off when you sweat in the race. And he makes the glitter ones for your faces. It'd be so sick. It'd be so sweet. And he's a South Carolina guy, but we got to connect you. However,
Erin's
our
so
final
excited.
2 questions brought to you by My Race Tats. I'm going to go first. And I change my question up every year. And this year, it's the year of the hot take. I want to hear your hot take. This can be fun. It can be silly. It can be serious. It can be like pineapple doesn't belong on pizza because it doesn't. It could be like the next president of the United States is going to be a woman. Give me a hot take.
Okay, so here's my hot take, because I was actually on a run a couple weeks ago, and a car passed me going the same direction I was. It's a quiet country road, and the license plate, 6 letters, be kind.
Oh, I
Be
love
kind.
that.
And automatically, I just said, oh, I am. Like, I am kind. So I think that is my hot take. There are so many differing opinions. It's just, it's a complicated world we live in, but we can all be kind.
I love that, Jen. Absolutely a good one.
Okay, good. I passed. Okay, so I'm a grade person, remember? So that's an A.
A plus.
Well, Erica has her final question,
Okay.
and I do realize after our meeting and everything we had, I didn't even prep you for these, so I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's why I was like, oh dear, am I going to pass? And I did. So
This one there are no wrong answers for, so you will be all set. But this one I think is a great opportunity. I'm going to kind of word it differently, but we have a Spotify playlist and we like to invite our guests to add a song to it. So is there a song that just encompasses everything that Girls on the Run is about that would fit on this playlist? Just something that's going to pump these girls up and get them excited to run.
oh my gosh. So there are a couple, but one is my personal, and my staff knows this. And it's not like a really pump up song, but it has special meaning to me. Dirty Dancing. I've had the time of my life. You know,
Yes.
I already told DJ Darren that someday when my last 5K happens with Girls on the Run, I have to sing it. At least the first line.
I thought you were going to say you have to do the thing. You need Darren
No,
to
no, no.
catch you in the air, and Darren's going to hold you and spin you.
No. I mean, that's a great song, but I also think about like Sarah Bareilles, Brave.
Ooh, that's a great one too.
That's a good one. There's a lot of good ones out there. A lot
Yeah.
of positive, upbeat songs that just inspire all of us to do our best. And that's what we want.
I love it. See, no wrong answers. You nailed it.
No wrong answers. Of course, I'll hang up with you both and be like, oh, shoot, I knew there was that one I wanted to
You can
share.
always message
You're going to
me
hear it
later.
on
We
the
can shake
radio
them up.
later and be like, can I change my song?
Wait a minute.
Jen, this was awesome. I love the story. I love that we met and how we connected. I love that we've taken this to the next level. It wasn't just like, nice to meet you. You know, I'm a guy, you're Girls on the Run. It's not going to work. No, we love to support local. We love to support everybody. But one thing I've always said is we always want to have a real strong local connection. And the fact that we know so many people already involved in this just got me so excited when we met you to, you know, try to expand on it and see what we can do to help you out too. Because you want to do more of the stuff you said. This is year 25, and you're going to grow it. And you're like,
It's a
I got to
big
put
year.
myself out there. And I think you have a marketing person who's cousins with, was it
Yes.
Jesse's cousin?
Jesse's sister, Kim
Kim.
Ezekman. She's phenomenal. And actually, during our staff meeting earlier, she has some ideas.
Love it.
We'd love to get. We want you. We want you.
She's
at the
talking to you,
5K.
Erica. She's talking to you. I love it. And you, the point of that is when we mentioned Jesse's sister, was that you're like, I can't wait to text her and tell her I'm jumping on a podcast, which was
I know
last
Kim
March.
well. I know Kim and Jesse very well. Like, Reach the Beach. That was our thing. The Penguins.
It is New Hampshire. It's like, how many degrees of separation are we all? Like, somebody knows
True.
somebody, and that's so important to me. So
Mhm.
like, we did that too. Like, you, Eric, asking the questions, me, Molly, Girls on the Run, blah blah blah. There's so many parts of it, and gosh, we all have this fabulous story, and I'm just so glad that I had a chance to share a little bit of mine.
Yeah,
And
this
who
was a
I
lot of
am.
fun. I hope everybody really enjoyed this. A little different from what we typically do, but maybe we do these a little more often. A couple times a year. This was a lot of fun because we love to support, especially local. Guys,
Mhm.
October 1st is the big gala. If you know anyone in the state who can help out, who can buy a table, donate, silent auction, if you want to go, like Jen's going to give me all the deets and I'm going to put them in the show notes, okay? So you can find it there. You can also find at Girls on the Run. Just Google Girls on the Run, New Hampshire. You can find Jen. The other thing I wanted to say was your big 5K coming up. I know it's in a couple of days. Next year's 5K, if anyone else wants to get involved, how can they get involved?
Well, if they want to get involved as a coach, we
Yes.
recruit people year round. That is easy. And again, head to the website, which will be in the show notes. Get involved. There's a 5K volunteer button. We're always looking for new energy to help support. It's a fast day. Our volunteers will be showing up at 6:30. Some of them who are doing the double session and won't be done until 12. But it's a blast.
Sounds like a full-on party.
Yeah, it really is. We'll have good snacks. Don't you worry.
Amazing.
Oh, yes.
I hope you have a great day. I'm so excited for you and for all the girls. It's going to be wicked awesome, and love the partnership you've made with Millennium. I think that's great.
Me too. Me too.
Thank you, Jen. It was a pleasure having you on the podcast, and you're welcome anytime. Anytime you need us to help get a bump out there and get some more volunteers or more girls to sign up for your fall season, just let us know.
Yeah.
We'll have you back on.
Thanks, Erica.
Oh, Jen, thank you so much for coming back on the pod. I love that we got to talk to you back in March and have you back on for a whole episode, learning more about Girls on the Run, your involvement. I just love what you're doing, and we wish you all the success. We want all the girls to join your team, especially for fall. We're going to boost those numbers for you. We're going to get them up there. So thank you for doing this with us, and happy birthday. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. And since it's on the same day as my dad's, happy birthday, Dad. I love you.
Happy birthday, Donnie Hamill.
Donnie Hamill.
Yeah. Jen was great. What a day we had, by the way, where we are.
Well, this baby hits 88 miles an hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
We're back in time right now.
Back in the future,
Yeah.
back in the past.
It is a week from Memorial Day, but you're listening to this the day after, and I think we should just predict how awesome our Memorial Day was. Erica, what did you do this Memorial Day?
Well, we had our awesome recording at the Millennium Run to Remember Expo, which was fantastic as per usual.
Over 12,000 people came.
So
walking
many
through.
people. Yep.
Yeah.
Our live stream went perfectly.
Yeah, we live streamed from 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
We were there 12 to 3, but live streamed in the hour.
weather was not that bad.
It was perfect for running.
Mm-hmm.
And then Memorial Day Monday was, I want to say, I wish it was relaxing, but it involved packing up the camper, getting it on the road, getting it back to home, dropping the kids off, and then I leave the camper at my parents', so then I had to bring it back. So I'm predicting I had a late night yesterday, and I had to go back to work today.
Well, I am predicting a few of our friends had a very happy birthday, Tara and Steve. So
there's
a lot
the same
of
birthday too.
This is a perfect birthday weekend for a lot of people, and a perfect day to remember the people who have fought for our country.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
100%. And I'm just going to say this now, Tara, if you think I forgot your birthday again for the second year in a row, that is not true.
I
was
just said
camping.
it first.
No, I was camping
Oh.
just like last year and had no service. So last year, while driving home from camping, all of a sudden when I get service, my phone goes bling, 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 bing, 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 bing.
17,000 messages.
And she sent me something about her birthday, like she was going out or wanted to know if I was around to join her, and it was her birthday, and it looked like I ghosted her, and I did not. And I did not ghost you again this year, Tara Pterodactyl. So happy birthday. 1 year away from the big 4-0.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. What do you mean? She's 29.
Speaking
29?
of the big 4-0, you have a big day coming up, and there is a little race around your birthday.
Yes, there is. Save the date, everyone. Saturday, June 27th, the Goffstown Gala in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Come run it with me. My favorite hometown race, 8:30 a.m. at the Goffstown Parks and Rec building. It is going to be so much fun. The weather is always a crapshoot, but the times will be fantastic.
It'll be great. You'll have friends there. I can't wait to see them. I think
My
are your
parents are going to be
coming in?
around.
That's
Yup.
right.
Mhm.
And then the cool part is everyone goes to the high school parking lot and they hang out for quite a while. And you know what I
do
think's
not
going to
do
be
anything bad there.
consumed over there?
Not anything illegal in a school parking lot. Yeah. I don't want to get us in trouble.
What are you talking about? It's going to be on a Sunday. Now,
Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday. You did say, though, technically it will be your last race as a 39-year-old because of the time you were born.
I mean, technically, if we're getting into like semantics here, yes, I was officially born at 10:51 a.m. So by the time the race is over, I will still technically be 39.
So this is the 47th Goffstown Gallop, Dave was saying, right? So
Something like that.
We're coming up close to the big 5-0 anniversary here in the next 3 years or so.
Yeah, and this is my favorite. I've been doing it since 2009. I even did the virtual in 2020 when they couldn't actually hold it. So I've got a long streak going.
Lindsay, bring the cupcakes. Erica, take us home.
Thank you to My Race Tats for sponsoring this guest segment. We love you, Dawn. Thank you for everything you do. And thank you, everyone, for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch. And happy birthday, Dad.
On you.
I know, I had to burp.
Oh.